starting today's slow flow practice from the back. And know that there's options for the arms. You can always take your hands and place them onto the abdomen, especially if you're feeling like you need a bit of heaviness. And depending on how you might have woke up this morning. If you'd like the heart to be more open, arms can stretch out, palms face up. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth and sigh your breath out. Do that one more time. Deep breath in through the nose. Sigh, letting go, breath out through the mouth. And as I reflect on our meeting this morning, the space that we all are arriving to on a day-to-day basis, again, I'm full of gratitude that this gives me, accountability and responsibility and some structure and a schedule, as I've been without the studio for 5 days now and it feels pretty foreign. Over the last few days, we've been talking about having goals or tasks or a productive use of time. And I think that as more time goes by, this might get more challenging. But trying to stay on the positive side of things. My mantra or intention for practice today is to continue to show up for one another. And this being something that's really important, just making that commitment to keep showing up for yourself. Our first few days, there's kind of this eeriness and we're all checking in with one another. But I really hope that we can maintain that. It takes a different level of energy, and I'm hoping that that energy doesn't get more challenging. So as you settle into your body and start to deepen your breath, know that you've shown up for yourself today, even if it might have been challenging. Start to breathe deeply into this body. The body that holds space for you, and now you're holding space for your body. Even the emotional body with whatever might have shown up on your mat today. Whatever feelings or sensations or emotions. Use your practice as a gentle reset. Physically and energetically, you'll feel good. Perhaps even the emotional body and mental body will receive the same benefits as well. So we'll take here maybe 8 or 9 more deep breaths before moving with gentle compassion, softly massaging the entire body. And keep some of these intentions with you. Maybe something has really landed with you. My gratitude for this commitment, this dedication. We can all sometimes easily slip into bad habits or patterns. But the accountability that we have to show up, not just for ourselves, but for one another. And I want you to slightly hear the sound of your breath in the back of your throat. See if you can tap into the steadiness of this breath. Pay attention through the mind's eye of all the places the breath is traveling to and through. And the breath becoming like a pathway through the body for this powerful energy of accountability, commitment, and showing up. And see if you can allow the next 3 ohms of this song resonate and vibrate through your body. Deepen your breath and begin to move through fingers and toes. Feel a shift in energy in the body as you rock your head from side to side or roll out your wrists. Flutter through your eyes. Whatever really feels good. And then bend your knees. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself an embrace. And then plant just your left foot down. The right knee stays tucked in towards the chest. And let's take the right ankle, hook it in front of the left knee. Encourage your right knee to open up towards the side. Keep the shape of your legs. And then windshield wipe your knees from side to side. Rocking the knees to the left and right. Until you plant your foot in center. And this might be where you stay in your figure 4 this morning. Or draw left knee in towards the chest. Hug it in a little bit closer. You don't need to use your hands to interlace behind the thigh if that's too much sensation. You can even simply use just a little drawing in of the left knee to increase the stretch. And while you hold your figure 4, try to keep some length at the back of the neck. Keep your shoulders grounded. And through the mind's eye, on your inhale breath, recite, I am accountable. I am committed. I am showing up. One more breath in and out. And then release the left foot down if it's coming towards your chest. Uncross the right and switch sides. Left knee hugs in. Hooks in front of the right knee. Keep your figure four shape. Right foot stays grounded, sway the knees side to side. Go evenly in both directions before returning to center. Stay here if that's enough, or hug right knee in. Again, for the next few rounds of breath. I am accountable. I am committed. I am showing up. Full breath in. At any point, a sigh breath out. Release the right foot to the earth. Uncross your left. And let that go however you need to, maybe opening and closing the knees, swaying them side to side. Then gradually roll over onto your right side, use your arm as a pillow, support yourself. And then we'll meet in a tabletop position, where you start to set yourself up. The shoulders stacking on top of the wrists, knees under your hips. Whatever is more comfortable for your feet behind you, flipped or flat. Grip a little bit with your fingertips so you start to activate through your arm bones. You'll start to send your chest forward, go over towards the right, and then circle your hips back in space. Stretching out through the arches of the feet if they're flipped. Then come over towards the right, sweep back forward, moving left, hips to heels. Then do this on your own pace. Feel a gentle massage coming from the wrists, up into the shoulders, back through to the hip sockets. And the next time your hips move to your heels, start to circle the opposite direction. Perhaps your circles start to sync up with the breath. Hips move to heels, uncurl your toes if they are. Find child's pose, big toes together, rest your hips back. Making child's pose slightly active, reach your arms forward. Maybe the elbows lift so the arms are straight, encouraging your chest to lower down. And then take deep breaths into your side bodies. Imagine breathing all the way up into your armpits. It might feel good to rock side to side. Bring yourself slowly back into tabletop. Spread your fingers, flip your toes. When you're ready, lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. And then encourage any gentle movement that slowly invites the hamstrings to open. Maybe it's pedaling out your feet, swaying your hips, shaking your head out. Look forward to your thumbs and then take your right foot, step it through. Ground your back knee down. Before you lift your torso, make sure the right knee is on top of your ankle. Lift your chest. Let's take the arms out into a cactus style. Open your heart. Lengthen your spine. Twist towards the right, but not so much where the breath is limited. You might feel a shift in the breath, but you can still take those audible sounded breaths. Returning to center, let's give ourselves a big hug. Left arm under right, wrap your arms around your body. Working towards eagle arms, the backs of your hands maybe will touch. Try to keep the twist tie of the hands, one day binding the palms. So stay active through the front leg, drive into your right heel, the option to reach up through your fingertips, creating some space between the shoulder blades. We'll slowly release the arms and float them all the way up. Good. Plant your hands to frame your front foot. Lift off your back knee. Step yourself back to downward dog. Let go through the right side, or even simply notice if there's a bit of a difference between your right and left. Looking forward, stepping left foot through. Grab it, maybe pull it there if you need to. Right knee grounds down. And the torso lifts up slowly when you're ready. Good, meeting together with arms in cactus style. Lengthen up through the torso. Twist towards the left slowly. If you'd like, your gaze can follow the twist. You can look towards your left hand. And then be mindful of your breath and the pace of it. Bring your spine to neutral. We wrap the arms around the body, right under left. Try not to bring any tension into the jawline or to the throat. As you move a little deeper into eagle arms, Garudasana, the option for the hands to touch. Maybe reaching the fingers away from the face without compromising your inhales and exhales. You know, the front body's a little closed off. Breathe more space into your back body. The arms will float high. Hands will plant down. And this time as we lift off the back knee, take one big step forward. Place your hands onto your shins, flat back, lifted heart. Fold back in, drop your head, bending our knees and holding our forward fold. Maybe holding on for opposite elbow, letting the weight of your torso really let the body relax onto your thighs. And if everything feels okay here through the lower back, rock side to side. Take a deeper bend through your knees, release the arms down, and ragdoll roll yourself up to standing so the head comes up last. Your hands can walk up the thighs for more support. And then as everything peels up, face the top of your mat. Maybe roll out the ankles, your wrists, loop your shoulders. Find an even weight through the feet to stand tall in mountain pose. Feel a breath travel all the way up and down the spine. Sweep your arms up, get really tall. Beautiful. Big dive forward, bend your knees. Lifting the heart and chest. Bend your knees enough to take your hands down. Let's meet in tabletop. Spreading fingers and flowing through a few cat-cows just to get the spine moving even more. Drop your belly, lifting the heart. Open the front body. Rounding to hollow out, chin to chest. And breath syncs up with movement. And perhaps if the mind has wandered off your mat, coming back to our intentions for practice today. I am accountable. I am committed. I am showing up. Return to a flat back. When you're ready, lift the knees, downward dog. On an inhale, reach your right leg up and back behind you. And let's roll the right hip to open so you can let your right heel be heavy as you try to point your right knee high to the sky. Look towards the top of your mat, right knee to chest. Send your right foot through, grab it to pull it. And then your back left heel, plant it down and let the toes pivot to open. Right elbow stacks onto the right knee, open up your chest, and if it's okay, extend your left arm, moving into side angle. If your hips feel a bit more open today, your right hand could gradually start to slide down to the inside of your right foot. And as long as you're moving in a way that's not compromising the breath. Look down for balance and steadiness. Lift your torso into warrior two. So the shoulders stack on top of the hips and arms float out. Try to keep the arms in line with the shoulders. One more breath. Straighten the front leg. Without locking your knee, there should still be a little micro bend. Triangle, reach forward, reach past your body. Then place the hand onto your shin. Lightly look up towards the top left hand, if that's okay, through your neck. Keeping long through both side bodies, so try not to collapse into your right side. Keep a little bit of a lift through the right side. Lift your torso all the way back up. Can shorten your stance. Take one big step to the top of your mat. Then as you again land evenly through both feet, notice your right side, notice your left, shake off, and then restack everything into mountain pose. A sounded breath together in through nose. Open your mouth side out. Arms reach high. Folding forward, Uttanasana. Flatten the back and lift your heart. Bend your knees, take your hands down. Step back into plank. Just to feel a little bit of heat and fire in your arms. Use strength from your core and abdomen. Pull your hips back, downward dog. Knowing that if you'd like to bring a bit more strength based into your practice today, you can move through vinyasa. And if you're not certain what that is, plank, lowering through a push-up, cobra, or upward dog. We meet together in downward dog. Sending the left leg up and back. Rolling the left hip to open. Try your best to keep your shoulders square as the knee points up. Look forward, guide your left foot through. Right heel pivots down, left elbow, left knee. Reach the right arm. Side angle on the opposite side, so we want the back heel really planted and ground firmly into the razor edge of your right foot. Left hand has the option to move a little deeper. But as the hips are just still warming up, we'll have the chance to move through this flow again. Lift your torso, warrior two. So untip your pelvis, feel the prominent hip bones level. Float the arms out. And gaze softly at your front left fingertips. Your eyes can even close if you feel supported through the base of your feet. On your next inhale, straighten the left leg, find a micro bend. Long from left hip to armpit, reach forward. Ground the hand. Then trying to stack shoulder on top of shoulder as you reach up through the right arm and gaze up. Trikonasana triangle. Next breath in, lift your torso. Look to the top of your space and step both feet forward. Give it a little shake off. Roll forward and back in the feet. Spread your toes. Lift your heart. We'll try and flow through that sequence with our steadiness. On the breath, arms sweep high. Dive forward. Flatten your back like a table. Crown of the head reaches. Plant your palms. Find that moment through plank. Decide if you're moving through chaturanga push-up or pike the hips back into downward dog. Knowing that the pace of your breath is usually a good indication for maybe even taking a moment in child's pose to steady yourself. If you're in child's pose, come back to downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Roll your right hip to open. Even press more firmly through the right hand to lengthen that side. Look forward, swing or step your right foot through, grab it, pull it. Left heel goes down, right elbow to knee. Return to side angle, sweep the left arm high. Lift your torso, warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Without locking it, reach forward, triangle. Now can we move between those two positions? Lift your torso, breathe in. Bend your front knee, warrior two, breathe out. Right leg straightens, reach past the body, triangle. Lifting up, bend your front knee, warrior two. One more time on your own, just gently massaging the right hip crease, moving in and out. The next time you lift up and bend your front knee, cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot, step both feet back to downward dog. Notice right, notice left, and then cleanse the breath. Float the left leg high behind you. Roll the left hip to open. Press into your left hand for more space. Look to the top of your mat. Swing or step your left foot through. Right heel plants down, elbow to knee. Right arm extends, and make sure you're moving at your pace, not mine. Stay with your breath and only move when you feel balanced. Lift the torso up, warrior two. Float the arms out. The left leg straightens, reach forward. Gaze can lift. Press through the feet, lift yourself back up. Rebend your front knee, warrior two. Do this 2 or 3 times on your own. Enjoy the sensation of mindfully and consciously moving in your body. We meet in warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down. Step yourself back, downward dog. Take a moment to come onto your knees. Any expression of your child's pose. You can even bring your knees together, reach the arms back behind you, as long as your forehead can still rest. Maybe you're in a kneeling position. Allow your eyes to close. And just follow the pathway of your breath in your body. Bring yourself back forward to table. Adjust the knees so they're under your hips. Press down through your left hand. You'll take the right arm and stretch it out towards the side. Try to reach the fingertips away from you, arm like an airplane. And then we'll thread the right arm through, but just to hover. And this will be our flow. Inhale, sweep the right arm back out. Maybe getting a bit of a twist. Exhale, thread it through to hover. 2 more rounds. The next time you thread the right arm through, let's come down onto the shoulder. Maybe you can relax the temple down. And support yourself by pressing lightly into your left hand. And your hips stay high. Good, everyone looks good. Take a deep breath into your abdomen. And then press through the left hand to sweep the right arm back out. Move slow. Release the right hand down. Ground through the right fingertips. Sweep the left arm to the side wall. Thread your left arm through. Hover your shoulder. And then as you move through the next few cycles on your own, see if you do create some more space to rotate and reach up. To reach the left hand a little farther through. It's not excessive, it's just the massage that we're creating in the body, creating circulation and blood flow to that space, warming it up. When you feel ready to thread through and land, come onto the shoulder, come onto the temple. Hear the sound of your breath. Press into the right hand, peel yourself slowly back up and out. Left hand releases beside the right. Flip your toes, lift your knees, downward dog. Press through the L shape of your index finger and thumb, send your hips back a little bit further. Look to the top of your space, tiptoe yourself forward, and then come down onto your bum. The balls of the feet come to touch as you rock yourself side to side, rock yourself forward. Grab for the ankles, lift your chest, lift your heart. Bow forward without the shoulders pulling up towards your ears. The head can relax. One more time, lift and lengthen. Heart center comes up. Bow back in. So there's a little bit of activation with that lift and then a release as you let it go. And if that benefits you, do that 2 more times. You know, sometimes the body wants a little fluid movement to ease into a deeper stretch. Sometimes the body desires just to be still and sink in. And it's nice to see people taking their own preference, just like if we were in class, you have that same permission. Maybe even more so because you're at home and I can see your kids too. On your next inhale, lift your chest, lift your torso. Use your hands, guide your knees in towards one another. Just the left leg stretches out, right leg stays hugged in. Right foot planted, left heel anchored into the earth. Get tall, and then sweep your right arm up. The left hand stays hugging in onto your right thigh as the right fingertips sweep back. Maybe you gaze back. Try to again not collapse into the right side. Stay lifted through the right side and encourage the left shoulder even to stay back. Don't be using so much muscular effort that the left shoulder pulls forward. Follow your inhales and exhales through your twist. Look to the top of your space and unwind the spine. Let your right knee fall out towards the side. Hug your foot towards your inner thigh. If it doesn't quite make it to the inner thigh, it can always be up towards your shin. This is okay too. Get taller. Inch yourself forward. Keeping it more active if you'd like. The more you flex your left toes back, the more sensation of stretch you will feel. And the same thing that we did when we were in our open hip Baddha Konasana fold. If that massage of lifting and lengthening and bowing back forward assists you in sinking, activate and release, you can do that on your own. Settle in somewhere where you can hold it. Fill the back body, fill your back ribs and back lungs with breath. And take your time to come up. Switcheroo the legs. I said that just for Jackie. That's her word. The right leg stretches out, left hugs in. And don't worry about how close your left foot is towards the body. Just maintain the length through your lower back. Even the right knee can stay a bit bent. Hug in through the right arm. Lift up through the left. Slowly reach the left hand back behind you. See if your chest can follow. It's optional to take your gaze. You don't need to look back. You know, the head and neck is already so hypermobile. Sometimes it's good to let the head and neck be more stable. Think about the twist more so just being for that space between the shoulder blades. And are you still breathing intentionally? Unwind the spine, shift forward, drop the left knee off towards the side. Tented fingertips, open chest, broaden through your collarbones. And then start to walk yourself forward. Again, massaging with a lift and lengthen. Create a millimeter of space to bow back in or simply hold. We're here for 5 breaths. Count the breath on your own. Slowly lift yourself back up. Bend both of your knees and be sure you have space behind you. So you can rock forward. And then before coming down onto your back, we're setting up for resting pose, Shavasana. If you would like a blanket, maybe turning your own lights off, a pillow for under your knees or a bolster if you have one. And then take up space, arms away from the body, legs stretched out wide. Once you come to settle on the back, sip in a deep breath, hold it at the top. Retain it and then let it go. So the body can really rest completely. And Shavasana is like that moment just before falling asleep, where we need to let go of the energetic body, we need to let go of the waking mind and offer everything some stillness. Trust that my voice will shortly guide you back. Begin to scan your body. And I want you to know that if the body's dropped into a really comfortable, heavy position, feel free to stay there for the next few minutes. If there's things that you might need to do to move forward with the rest of your day, start to deepen your breath. Bring in some smaller movement, wiggling your fingers or toes. Flutter your eyes, move the jawline. When you're ready, draw your knees into chest. Roll to the right or left side. And then we'll meet together in a seated position. Reach the arms up, deep breath in. Pull your hands in towards your heart. Breathing 3 more rounds. I am accountable. I am committed. I am showing up. Bowing chin towards chest, acknowledging the best and highest within us all. Namaste.